It's the #1 podcast for cleaning business owners. Candid Cleaning Conversations.
Cleaning conversations, candid cleaning conversations, candid cleaning conversations, candid cleaning conversations.
If you are looking to grow your cleaning business to 6 figures and beyond, join TENACITY Academy Mentorship Program.
That's so sweet. I remember when mine were that age.
What are your children?
Oh, gosh. I have a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. I have a 18-year-old. I have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old.
Wow. Okay, so they're really spaced out.
Yeah. So I had my 3 stair steps. Went back when I was young and dumb and fast. And then the last 2 just kind of sprung up on me.
Right. Is that how it happened? That's how my 4 just sprung up. And that's what I was going to tell you, just to give you a little backstory about myself, because, you know, I've watched like all of your videos, so I know your story. You talk about how you used to do music, or you were like in the music industry.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And so my background is a little bit kind of like music, but I was on the radio side. Like I was working at the radio stations. I went to Howard, you know, my major was communication. So I interned at MTV in New York, and I was doing like talent wrangling for the award shows and stuff. So
good.
So like when you talk about needing to have that drive and that motivation and that ambition, you know, and then even after that, I was a bartender. Right. So I'm all over it. Like I'm like, okay, this can really pop. Like somebody like me can do this.
Yes, you can. Especially if you had any experience in the music industry. You know, that means you got a lot of grind and a lot of hustle behind you. Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
I really do. So let me tell you where I'm at, because basically, I'm thinking I'm ready to go. I just want to kind of run everything by you and see, like, you know, I got some little areas where I'm missing, but I'm trying to get it set up to where I can do this as cheap as possible. Mm-hmm. To where, like, for the first job, I can already just have a crew, like, already have 2 or 3 people that can go in and just do the first job. Like, I never have to do a cleaning.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. But I always tell people that, you know, I personally didn't go that route. You know, I had to go the route to where me, my kids, we were out there doing the cleaning first, which I actually like it that way because you get the experience. And being that I have the experience, I know how to inspect behind my cleaners. You know, it's hard to kind of tell me a fib about how long something takes. Like I know how long it takes because I've done it for years. You see what I'm saying? So like another worker couldn't come and say, hey, man, you know, that move out clean took me 7 hours because blah, 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 blah. Like I know that no apartment move out should take that long. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the pros and cons with it. Like I know if you have the experience in it, it's a little better. And not only that, but what if one of your workers call out? Because in the beginning, you know, you don't have a full staff. For me, right now, I'm fully staffed. If somebody calls out, I got like 3 backups, right? But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. So if someone was to call out, I was the backup. So I needed to know what to do. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So those are just the things that I want you to think about when you want to outsource it and not know anything about the contract. Now, there are situations where, like for me, I outsource carpet cleaning. I don't know anything about carpet cleaning. You know what I mean? So I would contract that out to another company, and they are experienced in that area. So it's totally their responsibility, or else I'm just going to find another company to do it. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Your phone is kind of going a little bit in and out.
Oh, wait, let me. Okay, is this better?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I got you.
Okay, I'll take my headphone out, my earpod. Okay, so I guess my whole plan is like I gotta change it now.
Not really. I mean, like for
Because I
instance,
posted an ad on Craigslist, so I have like 9 people that I'm supposed to be interviewing tomorrow over the phone, and I'm telling them that I set up like orientation on Monday. And I heard one of your videos where you said you interviewed them at the library, so I was gonna like meet these people at the library and just kind of just have them on standby, I guess, right? Or just to have.
Well, let me tell you the way I do mine is, in the beginning, before I had an office, I went to the library and I would set everybody up, an interview for say 10 o'clock, right? So I have I'll set an interview up for like 20 people to meet me at this location at 9 o'clock, knowing that all 20 are not going to come. Out of 20, right. I might get about 6 or 7, maybe, So when those few people that did show up, I would just one by one call them back, and I'll call their name, and then I'll one by one give them an interview while the rest of them wait in the lobby, or they'll just wait in the waiting area. And that's just how I did mine.
Okay, so after the interview process, what comes next? Is there like a training, or do they like go on like well, especially like right now with me not having any clients, like, what am I going to say in the interview? Like, okay, I'll call you when I get some jobs.
No. This is what you do. The interview process is for you to start building a list of qualified candidates. It's great to do that now and not wait until you got this big contract. Now you're scrambling looking for workers at the last minute. You don't want to do that. You want to already go through this process because it's a tedious task. And you're going to have to do it repetitively and build a list of all the people that you liked during the interview. All the qualified people that say, yeah, I want to work, and yeah, I have experience, and yes, I have a vehicle, and yes, I can work on the weekends. All those people that answered all your questions, you need to start building a list, and you let them know, okay, I'm going to pass this information down to our HR department, and we'll be giving you a call if we feel like you're a good fit for the position. So then, I mean, that doesn't tell them that they actually have the job, but you're just letting them know that, we got to go through a screening process. After we finish, interviewing everybody, then we'll give you a call, if we feel like you're a good fit. That's it. I mean, that's what I did.
And so when did you call them?
When I had some work for them. As soon as I had some work, So just think of it like that. You can set the interview up. You need to set interviews up. I recommend every week. You can do it every week. Friday, pick a day. Monday, whatever. Pick a day and just start building a list of qualified candidates that you can call on. I don't know whether you want to hire employees or contractors, but have your employee
that's what I was
list.
going to ask you about, because I'm like, and then I spoke to a couple people on the phone, and they were asking me, like, well, how do I get paid? And then some people are calling, they like, well, I already got 2 or 3 people. They got their own crew, or they got their own business. And I'm like, okay, well, how is that going to work?
It really depends. To me, I feel like it depends on the type of contract that you win. So I always give this example of my hotel account that I won, right? So believe it or not, this hotel account is actually contracted out to our cleaning company. And the people that actually have the contract don't even live in Savannah, Georgia. So, yeah, I don't even know if they even went on the bid, or I don't know how they won the contract. I don't know if they came down here, did a walkthrough, whatever, but they got the contract. And what they had to do was find a company in this city to take care of it. And I happened to be on Google with my 5-star reviews, and they found me. So I went out there, and I was like the grounds person. I went and I met with the manager. I walked around. I gave them a quote. We did the service agreement. Anyway, I won the contract. So they contract the whole thing out to me. They don't have to worry about this. Is a 7-day-a-week contract. They don't have to worry about it anymore. The headache is all on me. I'm a contractor. You see what I mean? For this company. So you got to think of it like that. Now, for the hotel, they just asked me last night if I can find someone to strip and wax. You know, do I have people on our team that strip and wax? Well, stuff like that, I have to contract it out to somebody else. You know, so I do have a guy on my team that his business, his cleaning company, they do stripping and waxing. So he'll be my guy to go out there and do that. And I just contract that job out. I tell him to give me a price. I put my stink on that price and give it to them. You see how this works?
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, because so then it's like, that's where I'm confused, because, like, for example, I posted an ad on Craigslist in the move out section, like how you said in one of your videos. And so I got a call, my first lead. And this guy, he was like, hey, I need you to clean this 40,000 square foot warehouse. I just need somebody to dust, mop, do like basic stuff. And then he said he needed 10 people. And he said they needed for 3 days. It was like a 3-day project. They want somebody for like 8 hours a day. They wanted 10 people. And he said they wanted to pay daily, like a daily rate. So I said, okay, I'm driving, let me call you back. Because I really was. So I got on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out. I signed up for H.A. Simmons' calculator.
Okay.
I'm like, how do I figure this out? How do I figure this out? So I don't know. Some kind of way, I came up with some weird numbers, and it was like I should look at the text message. It was something like $2,400 for the 10 people for 3 days or something. And he responded and was like, oh, we want to do 5 days. So I was like, oh, I must have been too low. I must have told him. Yeah, I said $2,400. And then he said, what if we need you for 5 days, not 3? I said, for 5 days, it'd be 4,000. Because I told him I could get you 5 people. I can't get you 10. I was like, because that's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, I can hustle up 5 people, but I'm not going to lie and say I can hustle up 10.
Right.
So I said, for 5 days, 5 people is 4,000. He said, I will be in touch with you and going to confirm with you tomorrow this time. And he needed for the 29th through the 3rd. So, for that type of project, I'm like, I don't know.
You're saying,
Would I pay my people hourly? Because that's how I came up with the math. I said, well, if I hire people and I pay them $50 an hour, I'm going to charge him $20 an hour and I'll make $5, right, off each hour.
You said if you hire people and you pay them how much an hour?
$15 an hour.
$15 an hour. How many hours are they working in here?
He said it would be about 8, like 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or something.
Okay, so let me see here. You said $15 an hour times 8.
And I charge him 20.
That's $120. And then you said you're going to have 5 workers, right?
Yeah.
Times 5. And that's 600. Now, is that 600 a day?
Yeah, he said he wanted to do a daily rate.
Okay.
So I just did the
that's
days
600.
times 3.
Yeah, that's 600 times 5 days, right?
Yeah.
5 days. That's 3,000. And then you put your 1,000 on top of that, right?
No, that's not how I did it. Because, he didn't respond, so I guess he's probably not going to do it, but I guess just for example, right? I just said, okay, if I'm gonna pay a one worker $15 an hour, so, and I said I'm just gonna charge him $20. That's why I put my step on it in the beginning at $20. So I said, well, I'm just gonna charge him $20 an hour. So I did 20 times, I guess 8, and it was like $160.
Okay,
is that right?
So you said $20 an hour times 8. That'd be $160. Yeah. 160. So who's getting the $20 an hour? That'd be you?
That's what I was going to charge him. So he would pay me $20 an hour, and I would pay my crew $15 an hour.
Oh, and you're capping the $5.
$5, yeah. Am I not doing that right? Because when you said it, you said you did your numbers, and then you said I'm gonna just charge 1,000 for my fee. Where did that number come from? Just because you just picked it, or?
Oh no. When you talking about when I just calculated it, because you originally said 4,000, right? So when I calculated everything that you said, it came up to 3,000. So I said, okay, the extra 1,000 must be for you. That's why I said that.
Oh no! So I don't think I did it right. How would you have calculated that?
So you're thinking right though. First, whenever you're bidding, you got to think about. You got to always think outsource. So your mind is already where it needs to be. A lot of newbies, they don't even think that way. They just think, I want the bid and I want some money and I don't want to work for nobody else. So they end up really, really lowballing themselves. But you're doing great by already thinking outsource. Think what you're going to pay somebody else to do it and then what you're going to make. That's how you need to think. So that's great. You said $15 an hour, which is really a reason. That's reasonable. You can find people nowadays to work for that. Is
that too low?
Well, see, I don't know where you're. You say you're from Texas, right?
I'm in Dallas. Yeah.
Here in Savannah, the average price for cleaning, like that's decent, is between $13 and $15 an hour. That's like average for us. So if we got if a cleaner got a job that was $20 an hour, that's great for us. You know what I mean? So,
right.
But different strokes for different areas, whatever. But anyway, you said when we added it all up, it came up to like $3,000 a week for 5 workers working full time at $15 an hour. I think that's good. Now, for you to put your 1,000 on top of that, that's great. I mean, now if these are employees, you have to
that's what I'm saying.
keep in mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, just keep in mind the employee taxes, because it's not going to be 3,000. It's going to be a little over 3,000 because you have to pay their taxes. And not only that, if they're employees, you will be funding their shirts. You will be funding their supplies. You have to you got to keep in mind your cost of goods sold. Okay.
So if I have them as employees, does that mean I do the hourly rate, or how do they get paid as contractors?
Now, if you wanted to go the contractor route, you would come up with, like, you can do the same number. You said 4,000 a week times 4. That comes out to 16 a month, right? Now,
what if it's just like residential? What if it's just like, that's my other question. Should I even, but like I said, that was like a random call, right?
Yeah.
But my game plan is I already got some flyers. I went on Fiverr. I hired somebody to make a flyer for me for residential because I was thinking that was going to be easier.
Right.
And so I ordered them on Vistaprint. They supposed to come on Wednesday. So I was just, and then I started doing Doordash, right? So I'm thinking like, while I'm out Doordashing, I'm about to go get me a shirt made. I'm going to be passing out my flyers at the businesses and at the like houses.
Oh yeah, girl, you trying to get it.
I'm sick of being broke. Like,
right.
I cannot. I'm done.
This sounds like a good opportunity. It really does sound like a good opportunity for you, this contract, if you can negotiate it. You can either pay people hourly or you can contract the whole thing out to another cleaning company that's experienced in this already.
Right,
and they can take this whole headache off of you. And you could probably try them up with like $10,000 a month at first and see if they'll bite on it. Walk them through.
Well, the thing was he said it was a one-time project. Like, it ain't even.
Oh, okay. Well, even if it's one time, you still can contract it out for one time. That's a lot of money.
So you think I should follow up with him and not wait? Because he said he was going to follow up with me tonight, but I haven't heard anything.
Oh,
and I just didn't follow up because I'm not really, really ready. You know what I mean?
Right. You should definitely follow up. And don't be scared. That's another thing about newbies. We're always scared in the beginning. Like, whether you win or whether you lose, you still need to go through this. You got to go through this. It's for the experience. This is the only way. Experience is the best teacher that there can be. Okay. So you just got to go through it. So if I was you, I would follow up with him and I would still do your interviews tomorrow, try to find some candidates. But I'm telling you, if he's willing to give you, if you can negotiate 16,000, and you can contract the whole thing out for $10,000 or maybe even $12,000. You're still capping $4,000.
Yeah.
And that's a one-time clean. You winning.
Yeah, he said it was just for some event, so I need to follow up.
Definitely, and don't be scared. It's not as hard as you think it is to find a cleaning company. You need to go on Google and look for the cleaning company that has the most reviews. That's been in business for a while. And then that's why I always tell people when you walk and do these quotes or whatever, take videos, take pictures, so that when you're talking to the cleaning company, you can show them pictures and you can show them videos of and you can tell them to give you a quote,
Oh, so that's what we do. So when we go and get the quotes, we basically just go look for another cleaning company.
That's another way to do it.
That price.
Yeah, that's another way to do it.
So what about with the residential?
Say it again.
What about with the residential? How would I pay my employees that way? Would you hire a whole nother cleaning company if you're doing houses or apartments?
Well, if you're doing houses, a lot of they're like married maids and two maids and a mop and stuff like that. They usually pay their cleaners either like they have employees, they pay them by the hour, or they'll give them a percentage of whatever they got paid. So there are like 3 different ways you can do this. You can either contract Miss Jane's house out for like, let's say Miss Jane has $1 million house and she's paying $1,000 a week for it to get done. You can either contract the whole thing out and for, let's say, $700 to another cleaning company. You have to do a service agreement with them and all that stuff. Or you can find some employees to do Miss Jane's house. And just keep in mind when you have those employees, my advice would be to find somebody find like a quality control person that can kind of check up on everything that they're doing.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have to keep up with their timing too.
So how is it different if I treat them as a contractor? Because even like in my ad, the way that I have it listed, I'm like, do you want to start a cleaning business? Are you looking to expand your cleaning business? I'm looking for people to join my team. So the people, when they're responding, they're like, hey, I got a cleaning business. Let's partner up, is how they're like the text messages that they're sending me.
Yes.
I'm like, okay,
and that's great. So those are going to be your subcontractors right there. Okay, so you got some contractors, like your contractors, you're going to give them a W-9 form, right? On the W-9 form, have you ever seen how it looks?
Yeah.
It has a spot for them to put their social security number or them to put their EIN number, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a reason for it because some people are independent contractors. They don't have a business yet. It's just them. They're just solo cleaners, right? So you can either hire the solo cleaner. A lot of Mexicans, they're real hip to this because they don't ever work for nobody else. They've been working for themselves forever, Right. So, you either can find that solo cleaner that's an independent contractor, or you can find an independent contractor that is a business that has an EIN number and already has employees underneath them. Yeah. You see what I mean? So that's the confusing part. A lot of people get confused about, but you get them the same way. you get them the same way,
but you pay them differently, right?
You pay contractors a flat fee, and they get a 1099 at the end of the year. They have to pay taxes on. See, whenever you subcontract stuff out to people, like I tell my contractors, y'all can get a PPP loan, right? Everybody in the meeting was like, "What? Huh? Yeah, you your own business."
And this was the other thing I wanted to ask you, because like how I said, I'm doing Doordash, and so because I have income coming in with Doordash and I don't have income coming in with the cleaning business, should I file an LLC with the Doordash, like, as a gig worker first, and then after I get like a couple of cleaning jobs and I have another 300, then do the LLC for the cleaning business. Like once that's cracking.
You said do you need to have an LLC for Doordash? Is what you're saying?
Well, no, I want to have one because it's more beneficial. As a driver, I can be an independent contractor. If I do it as an LLC, I get breaks on my taxes and gas and mileage and all that type of stuff. It's better to do it as a business when you're doing that type of gig work. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
I know it's not. It's a different industry.
That's a whole nother lane for me. But I get what you're saying. And you definitely need to get an LLC for the cleaning business. That's a totally different entity. So, are you saying, should you going to end up having 2 LLCs is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Or should I just, because, I don't know. I mean, so lost.
Let me give you some words of encouragement. Because, we tend to, wear a lot of hats, and we're so passionate in all these different areas and we want to water all these seeds. But if you can water one seed at a time, trust me, your business, whatever you're working on, will flourish a lot more faster if you take your time and you work on one seed. Because you can't, you could be a jack of all trades and a master at one. At none. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So be a master at something. Put your all into that one thing.
Cleaning business?
Is that where your heart is at?
I mean, my heart is in. I got a podcast and social media and my Mommy 2.0 challenge and coaching other women and trying to manifest and all of that. My heart is there, that don't pay no money. And
yeah, I understand what you're saying, because it's not like I didn't really start a cleaning business because I was in love with cleaning toilets. Okay, I started it because I had a little something on my background. I got in trouble. I couldn't find a decent job to save my life. And the only jobs that I could get were little crappy cleaning jobs like housekeeping and little $8 an hour crappy jobs. And I just utilized that moment. It was hurtful, had not being able to really provide for my kids with all these crappy jobs. But I said, you know what? I took the experience. I had years and years of experience in cleaning. Why not start a cleaning business? It didn't seem like it was hard. All I needed was some chemicals. I know how to clean. It was a no-brainer job. It's a low startup. Why not? So
yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I mean, I don't have no experience in cleaning, and I really don't like to clean at all. But
right.
But if I'm getting paid for it, you know what I'm saying? That's a different story.
Exactly. And at some point, you have to have some kind of passion for the business part. Because I'm a beast at business. I have the drive for the business part of it. Yeah. Like, I love the marketing. I love the growing part of it. But in the beginning, I had to do the cleaning. I had to go through the mud before I can get to the part the stuff that I love, the meat, potatoes, that I like to go through or whatever. But I like the growth. I like the experience. I don't want to run a cleaning business forever, though. Now, because I'm growing it to get it to a certain level to where I can just pass it on and then work on TENACITY Academy, because that's where my heart is at. So I like the fact that I was able to grow a business. And when I was growing that business, I didn't know that it was going to turn into TENACITY Academy. And I was like, wow, like, this is what I really want to do right here. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can use your cleaning business as a stepping stone, but you're going to have to put some time, dedication, all of that drive into it to make it pop, because you're going to drive yourself crazy being all over the place. Just let you know. You're gonna be.
I already am, girl. I'm sitting here like, oh God, please just give me a direction. Like, you gave me all these gifts and talents. Now, what do you want me to do? Because it seems like everything I try to do, girl. This is how I even got into the Airbnb. I mean, the cleaning side. Anyway, it's because I started an Airbnb. I convinced my mama to go and to get this apartment right across the street from the Cowboy Stadium. And I was like, Mom, it's finna be football season. Let's get an apartment. We're gonna go to rent it. Well, she wanted to go to Rent Center and get all the furniture. I wanted to buy it, but I was like, it's your money, so okay, let's go to Rent Center. So we went to Rent Center. I furnished it. I listed it on Airbnb. Girl, I got all kind of bookings. Booking. I was running around. It took me like 2 weeks to set the whole thing up.
Wow.
And so, you know, the day before my first guest was supposed to check in, the leasing office called me. And because I didn't do it right, I didn't set up the LLC. I was trying to sneak it and do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get their permission first. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they was like, you in violation of the lease. Take the ad down.
No.
And you better not put it back up. And if you do, we're going to kick y'all out and there's going to be an eviction. So, girl, I had to end up moving into the Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, me and my baby daddy is 10 years. He kicked me out. So I was like, well, at least I got this Airbnb over here.
Right.
So, but the whole time that I was doing the Airbnb, even my boyfriend, he was like, man, the money is on the cleaning side. He was like, we need to start a cleaning company for cleaning Airbnbs. He was like, because these people, they're going to pay regardless. The cleaning is Airbnb. Like, that's their backbone. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started doing a lot of the research. And then, you know, here we are now. And that's when I started seeing you and AJ and a couple other people. And I'm like, wait, this don't have to just be Airbnb cleaning. Like, this could be you could clean anything.
Yeah, you can. I like the way he put it, like it's so easy with the Airbnbs, though.
I know, but that's what I was going to ask you about, because I got this turnover B&B account, and I keep doing these bids. And even when I was on the other side as a host, they're only charging like $50 to clean. I'm like, how am I gonna?
Yeah, see,
how am I gonna outsource that? Like, you literally have to be doing the cleaning yourself to make any profit.
So for me, I actually have one of my biggest properties is at about $16,000 a month, but you know, we have buildings with Airbnbs inside of them, and it's a lot of different properties that we turn. So we're turning like probably 100 or a little over 100 Airbnbs a month, you know, for that. And the profit is good, but it could be better still, you know, because of the headache. Now, just imagine all of those little tedious, you know, the guest complaints about little stuff. You know how if you ran an Airbnb, you know, guest complaints, you know, and some of these Airbnbs, you know, these people, I get it, they're paying $1,500 a night. So if they see a crumb, hey, they want their money back, you know, and then if they want their money back, it's World War III on us, you know. But the cleaning crew, out of that 15, they're man, I don't understand it, because the cleaning fees for our company could be way better. That's all I'm gonna say. It could be a lot more better, because we have to squeeze. Some of our units are like 130, and we have to like squeeze that. You know, we have to pay quality control, have to pay the cleaner. You know what I mean? And it's like.
I'm so glad you said that. So as a newbie starting out, don't go that route. Because that's what I literally said that to myself when I was doing some research. I was like, Airbnb is probably something that you do like once you already up and running, and you just like, oh, okay, let me dabble in that.
Yeah. So it's like, you just got experience to go through it. You know, I've had my good stuff. It's good when you have a lot and you can just gross that all at one time type thing, compared to some Airbnbs that just pay like $75 here, or they want to pay $60 here or $80 there. You know what I mean? Like, I pass. I have to take the bigger, you know, bulk contracts that they make more sense for me, because I have a bigger team and I need to keep the girls busy. So it has to make sense on both ends. And I don't mind taking the lower percentage nowadays, because I don't have to go out there and do the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think is the easiest? Like, you hear where I'm at, girl. All over the place.
Yeah.
Which way do I need to turn and just push the gas?
Well, you know what? If you're thinking cleaning companies, but you see, you don't want to do the cleaning though, right?
Well, I mean, I will. I was wanting to go in at least with like 1 or 2 people with me. Like, I don't want to do it by myself.
Right.
But
So,
I don't know, because I heard you talk about apartment complexes, and of course there's residential houses. I'm thinking I could probably get clients faster doing residential houses, but I don't know. And then, like I said, because I am doing DoorDash, I'm out seeing a lot of businesses as well. So, I mean, I was just going to like pass them out everywhere and just
see what you get. Yes, guess what? If you want to do that, do it. Because you got to find you, girl. Like for me, in the beginning, that's what I did. I was all over. I was restaurants, construction cleans, you name it. If I can win it, I was trying to do it, right? And that is when I went into that experience of dipping and dabbing in all those different areas, that's when I noticed that I don't really like restaurants like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like y'all can miss me with all that. I'm pulling the stove, that hot oven and the grease. Nah. So, I started noticing that like the construction clean of the houses, I really don't like climbing up on no ladder and scraping no tape off of no windows. That ain't me. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to send my girls in there to do that. Right. So I started backing off of certain things that I wasn't really feeling. The stuff that I wanted to do was stuff that if somebody was to call out last minute, me and my daughters, we going out there to save the contract. That is the stuff that I wanted to do. Stuff like offices, Airbnbs, move-in, move-outs. Those are the things that I've grown comfortable with cleaning. So those are the areas that I specialize in now. That's just me. That's my comfort zone, So
yeah, but even listening to you, this sounds like a good little zone to be in.
Yeah, and offices, I like the offices that have carpet and you can just vacuum. Not a lot of mopping going on, I mean, easy. I like easy, simple, big, nice contracts. That's the area I like to be in. That's just me. And then I have some cleaning buddies around my city that they specialize in different things. They just like one of my friends, he just does restaurants. That's his field. He has all the equipment for it. And that's what he specializes in. I'm like, hallelujah, that's you. You go in and take it. But me, I like what I like. So go ahead and go out there and experience whatever until you find your niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with residential.
Because, see, you might do residential. It might not even like it. You might end up not even liking residential. You might go to some creepy old man's house and now he talking fly to you while you cleaning the bathroom. And you might figure like, hold up, now I don't know if I want to do this. So you got to experience it. Residential, some of those clients, they get real picky too. So you just got to go through the experience. I've had situations where I sent a worker in there and I don't know if you heard the story, but she ended up robbing my client. When I sit there in there, she was taking the girl jewelry and everything.
Yeah.
And
you gotta trust
so
me
going through all these little experiences made me back off of certain things. But that's just me. I'm not here to shy nobody away from nothing because there are $1 million companies out here that only specialize in residential. That's what they do. That's their field. So yes, you can make money in it. You can make money in all of these fields. But what's for you is for you.
Okay, well that's why I'm gonna try to dip in everything and see.
Right.
Like you say, you're just gonna have to go through it to get to it.
Right. You just gotta kind of go through it because I didn't know that I was gonna end up falling into what I fell into, until I experienced, and I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna stay in this area. I know it. I understand my client's pain and what they want. I know what to say to them on the walkthrough to win now. I know what they want to hear. So this is the lane that I got comfortable in staying in until I grow my company to where the level I want to grow it to. and then wrap it up, put it in a bowl, and pass it on. That's my goal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you just got to get to work. Like, try it all out. Go to some high-end residential areas. Pass out your flyers. You just got to do some footwork. Set up a Google My Business page. Run some ads on Facebook, Instagram. And see what you get.
Okay.
Yeah, put some ads up on Craigslist. I highly recommend Craigslist. It works wonders for my company. We made thousands of dollars off of Craigslist.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just gonna go door to door too. Like, just even that. Do you clean like people's personal apartments?
Yeah. We've cleaned it all. Personal apartments, houses, and to this day we still do. But all of my houses, I gave them to my daughters. So my daughters have my old clients that I used to clean.
That's cool.
Because I can trust my daughters. They're not gonna go in there and rob the people, girl. So
Okay, dang. Well, let me just look at my list real quick.
Yeah. So you just got to do some footwork and get started, man. Like, get that EIN number, get that LLC. A lot of times when you go out there and you just take a leap of faith and go ahead and just sign up for the EIN, get the LLC, start working on your logo. These when you start doing that, it motivates you. It's an automatic push.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got the logo, I got the flyers. That's what I'm gonna get some T-shirts made up this weekend because I'm supposed to be interviewing these people on Monday.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And then, so I wanted to ask, do you use some kind of program, or how do you keep up and organize like your cleaners and scheduling, and like what platforms are for like management?
Oh, good question. So one of the apps that I use is called Clock Shark. I use
Cloud Shark?
No, it's Clock, like a clock, TikTok. Clock Shark.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is one of the apps that I use to schedule my workers out. It actually has a GPS on it, and my workers, they can clock in and clock out on this app. They can look on their phone and they can see their schedule and so forth. But this app is solely for all of my workers.
Okay. And then do you use something different for your clients?
For the client schedules, I just have my clients on like a Google sheet on your, on your phone, how you have, let's see, what is it called? Google. What's this thing called? But yeah, it's just Google. Do you have a Google Chrome on your phone?
Yeah, I have Google Sheets too.
Google Sheets. Okay, so when I just schedule them and I put them on my phone on my calendar whenever they book.
Okay.
Right. Now, you can either do it that way, or you can use, I can't even pronounce this thing, but it's called Accruedly. It's the same thing that I use whenever my mentees want to book a consultation. You can use that to schedule your clients as well.
Some people have like a website where they be like, you can book online.
Yeah, the same way you book this consultation call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People can book their cleaning that way?
Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what the app that I'm telling you, that's what it's for. So hold on, let me tell you the correct spelling of it so you can get it.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Let me get the correct spelling because it's spelled weird. Okay, it's ACUITY scheduling.
Okay.
So
Accruedly scheduling.
Accruedly. There you go. So that's what you can use to schedule all of your clients off of.
Okay.
You can also use that to schedule your for your independent contractors or employees to schedule their interviews.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's a scheduling app. That's what it's for.
Okay.
So really, anybody, I mean, you use it for people to book off of.
Okay, cool. And then, so how do you do your pricing? Like when you, like, let's say I let's say I start with apartment complexes to try to do move in, move outs, right? And go into the leasing office, and I'm like, hey, it's Destiny, Infinity Property Solutions. We just trying to, get all the new business,
right?
And so I wanted to know, who is in charge of hiring your cleaning company. And then I asked that at the dental office, and she was like, "Oh, we do it ourselves." And I just kind of backed away. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But so let's say I'm at the leasing office, and she's like, "Oh, it's so and so. She's right here. Go ahead and talk to her." So then I'm going to try to set up a walkthrough, or do I try to do the walkthrough right then and there? And then because in some of your videos, you said you just handed them a flyer and you had your prices already on the bag. Like, how did you come up with them prices?
I put the prices on the. I only do that for apartment complexes. Because my apartment complexes, my prices are standard. Okay. I have it like that because I contract it out, and my contractors, they all get paid the same amount. So my prices for our apartment complexes, they range between $120 and $150, right? And it doesn't really matter how big the apartments are and nothing like that, because really it only takes in between 3 to 5 hours to clean these apartments, right? 5 hours would be your worst case scenario. So for 1 bedroom, $120, a 2 bedroom, $135, and 3 bedroom, $150. That's our standard price, right? Now in Texas, it may be different, but that's our prices here in Savannah, just to kind of give you an idea. And
so, I'm sorry. Do you think it would be smart for me to start calling the cleaning company that I'm going to outsource first and see how much they charge, and then do my prices determine on that? Or
no, you don't really have to. I don't do it that way. I have a set price that I pay people, which is $80 to turn these apartments. So either
whoever you hire, you just say, I'm gonna pay you $80.
We're contracting it out for $80 a unit. Yeah, they have to go by that because I can't afford anything else. I don't care if they bid it at 90, 120, 130. You know what I mean? It's not gonna make sense for us if I let them do that. So the way we do it is we contract them out for $80 to solo. Now these are individual contractors, solo cleaners. They don't work for nobody else. They work for themselves. So they're coming in just trying to make a quick $80 a day, and then they go on to their next job.
Yeah.
That type of situation. So that's what we do. We just contract it out to those guys, and if I have something bigger, like the hotel account, I will contract the whole thing out, because my hotel account, I contracted it out to a cleaning company for $2,000 a month. Now I don't have to worry about the account. You see what I mean? It was contracted down to me.
Contracted out to you.
Now I contracted somebody else. See, that's how it works. You know what I mean?
So basically, you're going to be paying your employees contract. It's going to be different for every job.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't realize
it's different for every job. Even the people that been working for me, they get paid by the job. And some jobs, like I just want a church account. That job is going to probably be $200 each time they go out there and turn that church. You know what I mean? So they could go and do a move out clean at 9:00 and then go turn the church at 4:00 for $200. Now they made $280 a day for today. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So that's how you want to keep them busy like that. And I guess so you're discussing all this with them at the interview, right? Like, I'm paying you per job.
Yeah, I always let them know at the interview that this is an independent contractor position. And then I ask them, do you know the difference between the two? Right. And a lot of times they say no, or sometimes they say, yeah, I know an independent contractor. That's what I want. I want an independent Good. I'm glad you know, so I don't have to go through it all. But I still go through it. I still break it down because I don't need nobody at the end of the year looking for no W-2 from me. Okay, you're getting a 1099 and now you got to pay taxes because we gave you cash. We paid you the whole full amount. No taxes came out throughout the whole year. So you have to pay taxes on that. And then I explain to them the benefits of being an independent contractor. Why it's better being a contractor than it is an employee. And then I say, let me explain to you why it's so good. Because now you have tax write-offs, right? Like all this chemical and stuff that you have to buy to clean my units, you can write that off. That's a tax write-off, and then the gas, keep up with your receipts. We go through that type of conversation, and then I tell them that another leverage that they have is employees, they trade time for dollars. And a lot of times you can't work over 40 hours a week, right? So with a contractor, just like I explained to you, they can come work for my company and do a $200 job. And then the same day do an $80 job and make $280 in one day. Like what 9 to 5 is doing that? So when I break it down to them, they kind of like, well, let me try it out. Yeah, come on over here and try it out. And then I just explain to them what they need to have in order to work for our company. And then we onboard them and we turn them into contractors. If they don't know anything about contracting, we're going to turn you into one.
So you bring them in as okay. And every time it's different. So
it's different ways you can.
Every time it's a flat fee.
Yes. It's different ways you can do it. Some people, if they don't understand, I make them understand and I give them a choice. If you want to become a contractor, this is what you're going to have to do. And then I turn them into contractors. They have to have their own supplies. They have to know about general liability insurance. I teach them. I'm a coach anyway, So, right. So I do that. And then I have some people that already have a cleaning company, so they understand the terminology. They're already there, baby. So like the girl that I contracted the whole the hotel account, she actually found me on YouTube. So she seen my YouTube channel and she was like, girl, I didn't know you was in Savannah. She said, you still got that hotel account? I was like, yes, girl, I am trying to find somebody for this account. I'm tired of getting up out my bed. And she was like, I want it. I said, all right, wait a minute. Now I ain't gonna make you no promises. Okay. I got to try you out because I don't know if you can clean or not, but let's give you a try. And I tell you, that girl is the best. When I tell you she take care of that account, I haven't seen that account in the last 2 months. We had to go up there. Yeah, we didn't have to go up there. We don't get no phone calls. She is really doing her thing with that account. And that's great.
So is she cleaning it by herself?
It don't take her that long. It'll probably take her about 3 hours a night or something to get it done. But she might be bringing her son or somebody out there or whatever. But, it's a great contract for a startup cleaning company, just bust a couple of nights, just overnight work, right? So if you got a full-time job or whatever and you got time, if I was her, I would have took the contract and I would have brought one of my kids out there with me and they would have been helping me. If 2 people go out there, it'll probably be in between, I say like an hour and 45 minutes for 2 people.
Wow.
That ain't bad. It's not bad. So that, and then you getting the whole, I pay her monthly. She get paid on a net $2,000.
Wow.
To her company, just to kind of give you an idea of it's different ways. I know it gets really confusing, when we explain it online, but there are so many different ways you can pay people. It just depends on the contract. It depends on, what you want to, what do you want to do? But you have to understand what's going on. Do you want to pay people hourly? Do you want to pay people flat fee? Do you want to contract the whole thing out, not worry about it? Hey, the ball is in your hand. Remember, you can always you can contract anything out. I contract my rugs out. I got a guy to come and do shampoo the floors for me. And that's really it. I don't go as far as paint, contracting the painting out and stuff. I just didn't want to go into all that. But yeah, you can outsource.
Yeah, dang. But
I just wanted to talk about the pros and the cons of it.
Yeah. But either way, I'm gonna need to do the cleaning at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's great to have that experience, though.
And I'm excited about it. That's why I say, if I'm getting paid to do it, I mean, I know how to clean.
Right, and this is your business. Your business is your baby.
Yeah, so it's different. Okay, so one last question I wanted to ask, because I am also a content creator, and so because I heard you, I don't know, I think it was an interview you had with AJ Simmons. I don't know if you were saying that you wish you would have documented it like from the beginning, and were you saying that, or was he saying that, or something?
I probably said that. I did wish that I started from the top. Yeah, I did.
So do you think, would you advise somebody like me to do that? Because what about the other part where people be like, move in silence, don't tell everybody what you doing?
Girl, don't worry about that. It's funny. I was just thinking about this. I was just talking to my spouse about this today when I said, you know what? I said, I'm so happy that I just went ahead and took a leap of faith and started my channel. Because really, between me and AJ, like, there's other people out there that do this, granted, you know what I mean? But
it's just y'all.
It ain't a lot of us.
Right,
it's not like a whole, we could go on YouTube and we can look up, how to start a YouTube channel. You'll see like thousands of people, you know what I mean? But our community it ain't a lot of us, man. And it's really like a blessing to have almost 10,000 subscribers already, and already getting paid monthly. This is money that we make. Right, we make money in our sleep now. So
right, because I'm like, oh damn, she taking calls now, and then you posting the calls. I'm counting I'm like, oh,
right.
Oh, man,
so I'm like, listen, I'm so happy I did it. Because for a long time, really for like a whole year, I just procrastinated. I wanted to do it so bad, but I was like, no, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Nobody gonna like me. I don't know. Somebody else already doing it. All this stuff goes on in your head. And, just when it was 2019, I just said, forget it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm happy I did take a leap of faith. And I started documenting every little thing. And not only that, but it's helping so many people. Yeah. So many people out. They don't even have to buy a course. They could just get motivation off of looking at the videos. Like, we give away games.
Y'all give up so much. And then I'm like, but I get the game though. That's what you do. You give out all of the game for free, and then people get like little bits and pieces, and they be like, man, I'm not finna watch 100 of the videos. I'm finna just buy this course.
There you go.
Have my little conversation.
Right.
And you and all you guys are doing is just repeating the same information.
Yeah, all you do. I mean, yeah. And then, to get to the meat and potatoes, just go ahead and buy the course. Or if you got a direct question, just schedule your call, but either way, it's very important to build that following. You have to build a personal brand. I talk to my kids about this. I'm really pushing this personal brand thing, because when you build it, like, so many, you can do so much off of it. Like, we develop courses, we do consultation calls, we do coaching calls, we got TENACITY Academy, the mentorship program, like, we sell shirts. So I'm an affiliate for everything I talk about. Like, this is all these different revenues of streams of income that this one brand created for me. So that's more the reason. That's why I know one day I'm just going to pass my cleaning company down, and it's going to be all about TENACITY Academy for me. And then I could truly make money in my sleep. I could do what I love to do. I could help people, and and just live an abundance life style.
Oh,
what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Holy Spirit. So
Yes.
then, you think I should just do the YouTube? Like, just start documenting from, I'm going to start this cleaning business.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Like, you just
Yes.
said, I don't know what I would say. But
Just do it. Just do it. I highly recommend you do it. And just keep in mind,
Really?
your first video is going to suck. Yes, it is. It's not going to be great. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be perfect. My first videos, they all were trashy to me, you know, but I kept going. I kept learning I had to teach myself how to edit because my kids wouldn't help me. So
and now you can hire somebody on Fiverr to do it.
Right. I had to teach myself a lot of stuff because I was so determined. And right now I'm still in that teaching mode, teaching myself how to do certain things. You know, you can't depend on people nowadays. And the more you learn, you know, the more stuff that I learn about, I can now offer that as a service once I learn how to do it. I taught myself how to do websites. And when I learned how to do it and mastered how to do it, now I sell that, you know, to my audience. So,
but that's what I'm saying. I already know how to do that. Like, I should already be selling it. Like,
you will soon as you build a following. It's way more easier. And then when the good thing about growing a following on YouTube is I no longer have to promote my YouTube page. See, YouTube automatically does it for me. Like I'm automatically getting 5,000 and 6,000 subscribers a month now. All I have to do is keep pumping out content. I don't have to share. Yeah, I don't have to share my YouTube. Like in the beginning, you're gonna have to go through that grind process where, you know, I was dropping my YouTube video in groups and, you know, getting banned, kicked out of groups and stuff like that. I went through it in the beginning. I was like, man. So, you know, that was just the grind process of trying to figure out how the hell I get this thing out there. You know, and then it was a blessing that I got on AJ's show because when I said the channel, everybody started flocking to the channel. So that's another thing you can do. You can, you know, get on somebody else's platform, tell your story, and you never know who is inspired by your story, and then share your channel. You know, because man, I got the bulk of my people right from AJ when I did that interview.
Damn.
And then it was just on from there. The channel just started automatically growing.
Yeah.
You know, well, you gotta have good content too. So, yeah. But
my stuff is good, girl.
I highly recommend you do it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You never know. I feel like everybody has a follower. Everybody has a follower.
I already have a couple people following me anyway because I did this Mommy 2.0 challenge where we did a 31 days of praying and affirming prayers and affirmations.
Okay.
And it was really transformational. We're getting ready to I'm about to create a Mommy 2.0 boot camp.
Okay.
Where I want to do like a 5-day training where I want to go live every day for 5 days. And then I want to offer it for free and then give them the option to do a VIP upgrade where you can get like backstage and, you know, all this extra stuff, right? For $97. But it's the lead magnet, right? The free part, the 5-day free challenge part. Everybody's not going to sign up for the upgrade, but now I'm getting more exposure. I'm getting more people are seeing my content.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I say do it.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know so it's like, do I focus on that or the cleaning or mix it together or I don't know. I'm just gonna show up looking clueless, right?
Do you currently work a job or?
No, I don't. I was a stay-at-home mom, so that's what happened. I was a stay-at-home mom, and you know, I was just dependent on my man for like 10 years. And so we broke up and now I'm just doing Doordash. And so I'm just kind of like completely broke.
Okay.
And doing the Doordash. And like I said, me and the kids moved into this Airbnb. So my mom she's like, you know, if you want to find another Airbnb property, she's really supportive. She's in Las Vegas. And we've done it before. Like me and the kids have had to move in with her before. This isn't the first time we've broken up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's one of those kind of things. I think this is really the last time though.
Right.
But so she's like, okay, if you want to do another Airbnb, let's find another property. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, that's gonna take too long at this point. This cleaning thing is looking like real good. And then, like you said, if I can grow it and do the following and start generating money other ways, because people will pay you I don't have to be like super successful. Just to be like 2 steps ahead of somebody else.
Nope.
They'll pay me for that knowledge.
There
right?
you go. Yes, ma'am. You are completely right.
Okay, so I know I'm on the right track. So,
right.
okay.
You are completely right. I'm not a millionaire. You know,
Right.
they could go to the millionaires and get some information now. Okay. But hey, I'm not a millionaire, but I'm a 6-figure earner. So I will attract the people that aren't 6-figure earners that want to come to this level, you know, and then in the meanwhile, I'm getting coaching from the millionaires because I'm trying to get to their level. You know what I mean? So it's just
that's
tiers.
how it goes. That's how white people do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm on it, girl. So when can we schedule our next session, honey?
Well, you schedule your session the same way you just did. You just go on there on that app that I gave you and book. That's all you got to do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see how everything goes with like I said, my flyers are coming next week. I'm going door to door. I'm just going to just see whatever I can do. But I like that. I'm glad that you gave me that information about the fact that each job is different when you're paying the cleaners, because that was what was really confusing me.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to be employees, what do I say if it's in this scenario? What if I say if it's in this scenario? But it changes.
Right.
So.
Right.
Thank you so much.
So it gets a little, confusing, but I'm glad I was able to shed a little light on that for you.
Girl, a whole lot of light on everything. Is this being recorded, girl? Is you gonna put this on YouTube?
No, we screen everything.
Can I catch the replay? I need to remotivate myself again. This was amazing.
Well, I thank you.
Oh my God, thank you, girl. I prayed so hard all day. I was like, Holy Spirit, please just speak to me through Katrina Johnson.
You got this. I feel like you got all the motivation in the world, honey. You just got to go out there. And one thing about it is sometimes, life has to happen to us in order for us to kind of see the light and get that fire underneath us to get something going, because that's what happened to me. Life happened. I went through some tough times, and I was like, listen, I'm not going back to the projects. Forget it. I left. Matter of fact, I moved out of my project house that I was paying probably like $35 a month for or whatever. And I never looked back. I left. They didn't kick me out of nothing. I left. I didn't even look back. Food stamps. Right. I hate this shit. Right. I cannot wait until. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes stuff gotta happen to you, just to kind of get that fire. And then, I haven't stopped ever since. I've been going every day. I'm passionate. I get even more passionate, and I'm still going, so you will get there. You'll get there. I feel like the people that don't get there, they just ain't got tired enough. They ain't got that fed up with their life yet. They still content. They still comfortable. Those type of times when you just get pissed off, like, man, F this. When you get mad like that,
that's where I'm at. Yeah. That's where I'm at, girl. I'm doing the Doordash with the 4 kids in the back seat. Okay, I'm like, listen,
there you go.
Gotta get the money. Get your little $5 Little Caesars pizza. Mm-hmm. Shut the F up.
Yeah, you sound like me back in the day. I had my kids, my little ones, inside the move in, move out. Sit down. Sit.
Girl, that's what I'm gonna have to do, because I'm like, I'm not even finna let, because my youngest is 18 months, so all of they're 8, 5, 4, and 18 months, or something like that. They all under like 8. Mm-hmm. Right? See? So the 3 oldest boys, they're in elementary school all day, and then my 18-month-old, I'm like, man, I got it. If I could just put her in like a Head Start program or something, and I could just go all in, with just cleaning and just all day be knocking on doors, knocking on businesses.
Right. Yeah, man. It'll all come in due time. I'm telling you. The main thing you need is the tenacity. That's what you need. Mm-hmm.
I like that, girl. Look at you.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what you need.
I love it. So you think I should even do like a video of me going and interviewing these people on Monday?
Yes.
Start documenting
Listen,
like that?
everything is content.
Yes,
Everything is content.
Ooh, you so right.
That's why we screen all our calls. Everything I do, yeah, because I ain't put no video out yesterday or the day before yesterday, so I need something. So
Yeah, girl,
everything is content. And yeah. And then now, YouTube pays us, so we gotta stay active, or else YouTube will punish us if we're not active. So yeah, everything is content. Anything business related to your cleaning company, definitely. Or not even that, even your private life. I don't know how much you want to show or whatever, but you'll be amazed how people will, be attracted just to your regular day by day.
Well, yeah. And let me just say, if anybody wants to reach out or take the Mommy 2.0 challenge,
there you go.
You can find me. You can find me on Instagram. My name is @DestinyAJAW. That's @DestinyAJAW.
There you go. See, you already learning.
Right? Thank you, girl. Thank you.
That's what you do, honey. There you go.
Oh man, this was amazing, man. You are amazing, Katrina. Seriously, do not, like you said, you haven't stopped, and it's just so inspiring. Even when you got up there on your birthday, I was like, yes, girl, I'm gonna be a millionaire at 41, girl.
Yes. I'm not playing no games with it. I swear, when I hit 50, I'm not about to be working. I'm not thinking about trying to hustle no contracts. I'm trying to retire. I want to live my life. I don't want to be working until I die.
Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
well, thank you so much.
All right, I thank you as well. And you just stay tuned for the next video, okay?
Yeah, and I cannot wait to talk to you again, girl. We're on our next session.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You enjoy your night.
You too. I love you, girl. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
If you are looking to grow your cleaning business to 6 figures and beyond, join TENACITY Academy Mentorship Program.